Hello everybody and welcome to our discussion, and today's discussion we will be talking about Star Wars. We're going to talk about our hopes, our dreams of what the new Star Wars is going to hold. So I think first let's just go around and see who's excited and who's not, or what they're skeptical about as far as maybe Disney or whatnot. Let's go with this guy first.
Alright, well, this is what I gotta say. They can make a Star Wars about anything, and I will be there at midnight.
Yeah.
And you know what? They put Mickey
You
Mouse
gotta dress
Donald
up too?
Oh yeah.
I don't really do that.
I want you to wear the gold bikini. That's what I want.
I'll work on that. But honestly though, I think looking at what Disney's done with Marvel when they bought them, they've done good, and so I have high hopes for Star Wars. So.
Yeah, and I do agree with you there. I think a lot of people are going to see it regardless, so I mean,
maybe it's irrelevant.
yeah. I'll go. I think I'm really excited about it. At first I was really skeptical, just because Disney, and just because you just hear Disney, but you're right, now that with like their Avengers and now that, you know, I've just kind of see they've been making a lot more smart choices lately than how they have done in the past, and I do think they're taking really good care of it. They got like the same producer that's been involved with Lucasfilms, right?
Well, Kathleen Kennedy took over for George Lucas, but she's done tons of great movies.
Yes.
E.T.
And right, E.T. So, so she's trusted with Lucasfilms and with those that kind of crowd. And then J.J. Abrams, I think, you know, although sometimes
Hasn't let me down.
yeah,
I like J.J. Abrams.
Although, you know, I do have a little selfish thing, like he gets both of the stars, like the Star Trek and the Star Wars, but yeah, I think he makes really great sci-fi movies, and so I think I'm pretty excited. What about this guy?
No, I'm same as Arthur. I mean, I'll go see it. It's the name thing. Like, as soon as a new I'm sure it's the same thing as like when 4, 5, and 6 first came out, and people were like, "Whoa, this is new! Like, this is in theaters. They have laser guns. Who knew that they'd have laser guns?"
Yeah.
I feel like I think that's how they would have felt with these new ones coming out for us. Even though it's a completely different, like, produced. I mean, it was done. 1, 2, and 3 were still done by Lucas and everything like that. So I mean, there's definitely going to be changes. Hopefully not musical. I don't know. Can Mark Hamill sing?
Speaking of Mark Hamill, Arthur has what he hopes and what he would like to have as a quote that Mark Hamill gave to, I believe, Entertainment Weekly.
Yeah, it says, only had one creative meeting about the new films, but I do remember saying we've got to find a proper balance between CGI and old school ethics.
Awesome, definitely. So what do we think about that as far as he kind of seems like he wants more kind of like a puppet kind of thing here.
It's because he's been doing a lot of voice acting. That's what he's done. So I think he's camera shy.
No,
because
that's it.
a little.
they just digitally put him in there and just like skinnier and not old at all.
But you laugh at that? But don't put that past.
Yeah, they did it. They did it with Terminator Salvation.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they had a complete CGI Arnold Schwarzenegger.
It'd be hilarious to take Mark Hamill from 4, 5, and 6 and just like make a movie around what he does.
And
Like,
what he
just
says.
put him on like a screen and then put people around the screen reacting to what he's saying. So it's basically watching the same
Like
thing.
Kung Pao, but put this in there. That'd be super funny.
You know, a great example of good, like, practical effects is Hellboy 2. Like,
Hellboy is in general.
well, like, just amazing. Like, you look at those animatronic, like, costumes and faces, and they are legit. They look good.
Another thing that he mentions on a little bit later too is he talks about that he hopes that he will become more of a hermit character, kind of like Obi-Wan Kenobi, after after he's fought his father and witnessed his father dead. And so, this is my thing. Although I do think that would be pretty hard to deal with, but I don't agree. I know it's weird to disagree with Luke Skywalker, but but I mean,
You will.
I mean, it might have just been like books that I've dove into, or like video games. But I would think the Luke that we've seen and know and after being, trained by Yoda and stuff like that, I think he would be more up to like getting the Jedi Order back together and like training people, and like maybe at first he's they could pull the whole rough like I don't know, I don't want to.
Reluctant hero.
They're gonna get Clint Eastwood to play him apparently.
Okay, I'm talking about Mark Hamill a lot. I'm sorry, Mark Hamill. Don't watch this. You'd be mad.
Yeah, I'm sure Mark Hamill's watching.
I love you, Mark Hamill.
He's just
if you're watching this,
our number one fan. I'm sure he's the first subscriber.
I'm sure.
So, but cool. Another thing that I wanted to bring up is there was a picture that has been going around the internet, and here's the picture.
Wow.
So as you can see here, yes, this is Disney Channel. Disney making Star Wars, and as you can see, there's Zac Efron, Justin Bieber, and
I think it's Vanessa Hudgens.
If we're wrong, it's really not a big deal. We'll see.
You know what?
Such characters.
To be honest with you, if Zac Efron played the new main character, I'd probably watch it. That guy's a good actor.
And I haven't seen him in anything that I'm like, good job, Zach, because I've only seen High School Musical.
Watch Charlie St. Cloud. Made me cry a little bit, but I'm a little bit of a wimp, so.
Is it the one where he's like it was in the army and stuff?
I don't remember. That's how.
Oh wow.
That's how great it was.
Another thing though that I think would help a lot with not making this too Disney is that they are. I read this recently that J.J. Abrams asked John Williams to come back. I think that'd be such a big deal. Like, so huge to setting the tone and keeping it the same. So I really hope, and I don't think John Williams has done much with Disney before that I can remember. Do you guys?
Not great with names.
Oh, okay. He does the music for everything.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. I can't think of any off the top of my head. Lots of stuff with Spielberg.
Right, for sure. And obviously
He did Harry
Star Wars.
Potter.
He did do that.
Okay, this is off topic, but I think it would be kind of funny if they made like a Star Wars musical that was a little bit like the High School Musical series. just because, like,
His midichlorians are off the scale.
What the we's are gonna do?
No Jar Jar Binks, please. No more Jar Jar Binks.
You can't have a musical like High School
my
Musical.
lightsaber.
They just take Aladdin now. I wouldn't mind seeing. And another reason why I didn't get into Clone Wars because it was on Cartoon Network. So, nothing against Cartoon Network. I just really like the classics.
There's a lot against Cartoon Network.
Yeah. And so
Nowadays you suck. Bring back Kurt's Cowardly Dog.
they do though sometimes. But I think it'd be cool to make like a bounty hunter movie of some kind. Like that'd be super cool.
It'd be cool if they made spin-offs.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I just wouldn't want an abundance of them because I think that would take away from.
And I think that's the thing though is like that's what I meant by like Disney being really smart about certain things. Because if you noticed in the past, there's been like Fox the Hound 2, Pocahontas 2 and 3, and
there's
and
3
going.
Pocahontas.
I don't know for sure.
Oh.
There's 2 for sure.
They got a sequel to every Disney
Right,
movie.
but they've stopped doing that now. If you've noticed, they've kind of because there is a new kind of man who's in charge, and he's pulled back on that for a while, and that's why recently we haven't seen a lot of those. But I think that's a good thing for what's coming up now. Now, kind of switching over to video games, if you don't mind.
No problem.
Go
This
for
is something I
Right.
I know I can talk about.
So
this.
Lucasfilms or Lucas Arts has basically been, I wouldn't say destroyed because they talked about how they still have a few employees still left over. Not sure what they're going to use that for. I know there's a few things, and I hope you bring up one that I really want you to bring up. So LucasArts is basically diminished, but now EA has now taken over everything.
Didn't they make The Sims too?
EA?
It's gonna be Star
EA
Wars The
did.
Sims.
That'd be kind of crazy. Okay, Telltale Games is one of my really favorites right now because they made Back to the Future and obviously Walking Dead, which is really big right now. And then they're coming out with one called The Wolf Among Us, which is based off the comics of Fables. But they always talked about how they would love to make a Star Wars game. And they said it in a couple of interviews I've read. And so that I think would be sweet if like you could be, I don't know if it'd be like a Jedi, but because they like to do unique stories. So I think it'd be cool if like, I don't know, a bounty hunter or maybe just some kind of like, I don't know, something cool where I don't know. I think that'd be cool if they could finally get the chance to do it.
Well, I haven't played many Telltale games. Pretty much, you know what? Pretty much, it's been the Walking Dead game, and I wouldn't personally like. I mean, I don't know, so I can't really judge based on that. But if I'm basing it off the one game that I have played, if they made a Star Wars game, anything like the Walking Dead game, I probably wouldn't play it because
Why is that?
It's just because it's like in the Walking Dead game, it makes a little bit more sense to have the story and the choices that you do. You don't do too much in the Walking Dead game as far as action. Like there's a couple times where you shoot stuff. And you have to make really hard decisions, but at the same time, if they're going to make a Star Wars game, which Star Wars games in the first place have been very hit and miss. Like there's been games that I've enjoyed, there's been games that I've hated, like terrible games. Hunter, if Rockstar made a bounty hunter game for Star Wars,
Or just Darth Maul, you know, either
A
or.
Darth Maul story would be pretty cool.
You just have to kill a bunch of people.
Yeah.
I think in an open world, that would be cool.
I love open world games.
I do too.
And I think the only way that like it would work, like going back to what you were saying, is if it was unique. If you were like a Jedi or something like that, that's really action-y oriented. So if it was maybe like some kind of mystery going on in the universe or something.
Derelict spacecraft,
Some
I
zombies.
don't
Maybe
want
that's
Star
the-
Wars zombies.
Star Wars zombies.
They actually have a book that is Star Wars zombies.
I think, yeah.
First, Shut Up and Take My Money remakes of Dark Forces, Jedi Outcast, TIE Fighter, Republic Commando.
Yeah, Republic Commando.
If they made it good though, like if they made it like legitimately like
Good remakes.
yeah, like if they like how they redid Halo, like the first Halo.
Yeah, that's a
That would
perfect
be
example.
great. That'd be
You
great
know
if they did that much
Who I would
detail.
love to make a Star Wars game? Bethesda. Because their games are awesome.
Yeah.
And if they made an open world Star Wars game just like they did like Skyrim and all of the Elder Scrolls, that would be cool.
That would be sweet.
Get on that.
And then Star Wars 1313. I was so excited for that, and they talked about how it was going to be an M-rated game. I know. I really hope. And it looks like they spent a lot of good time on it. So I would hate to be a part of that development team and just be like, well, dang it.
I can just imagine the developers. Guys, this is the first good Star Wars game in like 10 years. I'm so excited.
Hey, you're fired. See ya. EA isn't afraid to sometimes jump into that. To the M. They've made
They did Dead Space.
Right. Dead
So
Space
you
would
gotta
be-
hand it.
so
And
you-
Battlefield.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they own
Battlefield.
Yeah.
Now that was a good
Published.
game.
But alright, that's all the time for today. Please follow all of us on Twitter. And we want to know what you think. So comment below of what you hope the next Star Wars will be. If you disagree with us. And please subscribe and get your friend to subscribe because your friend, because you only have one.
Only one friend.
You
is out.
offended the only viewer.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mark Hamill.
We want to get more viewers because what we hope to do is do like a Google Hangout where you actually get to come on the show and share your opinion live with us. So thanks everybody and have a good night.
Goodbye, Mark Hamill.